Alright, I'm here with a brand new pickup video. Going over the stuff I found. Who knows what I found, because I'm filming this a little early, just with one recap, so there's probably plenty of stuff that I found. But right now I just got some garage sale stuff here. I'll be doing my pickup recap for Thursday the, 16th? Seems, that sounds about right. Thursday the 16th. So if it's a little echoey in here, it's because if the audio comes out echoey, it's because the room renovation is underway and a wall has been removed to make the room larger. So I have a whole bunch of space that's currently empty right behind me. So that is probably the reason for that. Hopefully that won't stay around forever. But we're going to go through my garage sale finds here. Head out Thursday, get up early, start heading out. First sale I wanted to stop at was one that was about 5 minutes away from my house, and I just saw it on Craigslist. Sorry, I'm trying to get this stuff a little sorted out here. I saw it on Craigslist, and I thought, hey, why not? I knew that this was going to be there. I saw this picture of this game on Craigslist, so I figured might as well just stop there before I start my day, so at least I get something. So I hit about 20 minutes early, picked up a copy of Mario Kart Wii here for $5. Missing the manual, but I probably have an extra manual somewhere. Disc's a little scratched, but other than that, it's fine. It had 3 stupid Wii steering wheels, which those are going to just go to the Goodwill. Don't want that, or the Salvation Army or whoever. I would start a donate pile of just a bunch of crap I don't want, which will be added to the mix later, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I had to that. Overall, pretty decent. Little fine for $5. I'm amazed how well that game still sells, you know. I mean, like, you know, over 10 years later, people are still buying that game. There's what, 3 Mario Kart games since then, and we are still getting Mario Kart Wii, you know. I guess there's 10 billion copies of it in existence, so it makes sense, but it's still crazy. I also then went after that one to a neighborhood allotment sale, a little bit, like maybe 15 minutes away. I was like really, really early, like painfully early, because that sale started at 8, and then the allotment sale started at 9, and it only took about 15 minutes to get there. So I'm about, you know, people usually start setting up about 20 minutes till, so I'm just kind of messing around at that point. But this neighborhood allotment sale was okay. I ended up having probably about 15 sales. I left some contact info with a few people who thought they might have stuff, but usually that never pans out, so I'd never hold my breath on that stuff. But I got some good stuff here. I walked up to this sale and grabbed this here that was just sitting out on a card table. A slim PS2 silver. Has a silver controller, and then it has the power adapter, but no video cable, which is fine. I had plenty extra video cables. It's the power adapter that's more of a pain to find, but I grabbed that for 10. They didn't have any other game stuff. I asked them. And actually when I was walking out of that, I saw one of my competitors out there at the garage sales, a reseller guy, walking up to the sale as I was walking away with that nice little find, which I found kind of amusing. But something else amusing was that this reseller guy, I'm hitting all these sales, and this guy parks his car and is walking all the sales in this allotment. And it's a pretty big allotment, and there's not really many sales next to each other. So I'm like, what's this guy doing? I clowned this guy just into the ether. I hit every sale like 3 times over pretty much by the time he hit like one little row of them. I'm not sure why he would do that. It seems odd because, I mean, obviously, maybe you want the exercise, I guess, but it's not really the greatest time to get your exercise when you're kind of up in competition. But I don't think he realizes that I'm looking for games also. Doesn't really seem to pick up on that fact. So yeah, I grabbed that PS2, and then in the same allotment, I got a little Wii bundle here. Kind of an interesting bundle. It's not great. I paid $40 for this bundle. And it might seem weird why I would pay $40 for this bundle. But I got a Wii, and it had all the hookups and everything, and it's the backwards compatible model. And then I had just 4 games here. So the games were a Wii Sports, which, let me check this one. Yeah, it's Wii Sports in here. Kind of scratched. I probably have to use my machine on it, but Got a Wii Sports in there. A Mario Galaxy, which missing manual, but I know I have like 3 extra manuals for this one. And it's a little scratched, but it should be fine. And then you guys are gonna make fun of me for this one. Let me see how this one looks. This one's like good condition, but this is the reason that I bought this slot here, because this is like a $20 game, Barbie and her sister puppy adventure. So I actually walked away from that lot and then remembered, hey, wasn't there, as I was walking, I real quick was like, wasn't there that Barbie game in there? And I looked it up on, and kind of was like, all right, I'm going to go back and pick that up for 40. So I got Barbie. And then I found something incredibly cursed. Just not good at all. And it kind of actually worked out in my favor. But, let's just see here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on camera very well. But what do you think this is a board? Like a Wii Fit board, but it's not a Wii Fit board. So what game do you think this is? Orange, green, piece of plastic that I'm going to give to the Salvation Army because it's a piece of crap? That is not a Wii Fit board, surprisingly. That is a Nick Fit board. So, yes, you can play Nick Fit. If you're too good for Wii Fit, you can play Nick Fit. This is terrible. Why would they make this? But yeah, so I got Nick Fit, but in Nick Fit was another copy of Wii Sports. So definitely better for me. I'm going to get a stupid board, get that out of my house. I don't know why they would make why would you make a separate orange board for Nick Fit when you could just, I mean, it says compatible with Wii Fit board. Why would you not just use that? I don't know, but oh well. But yeah, that was that allotment sale. Not too much there, but pretty happy with overall what I grabbed. And then another sale. This one I was just hitting on my way home. This one has kind of a tale of heartbreak. I'll go into it in a minute. But I hit this sale and kind of look around. It's a multi-family sale. And I spot this on just one table. So I grabbed this. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters for GameCube. Pretty good pickup. Complete. Disc is scratched. But it seems like every disc is scratched these days. I have a resurfacing machine, so it's fine. And then I saw this on a different table. Professor Layton for $1. This was complete as well. Good shape. Everything was good there. I asked more about games, and the one woman says she didn't have anything, and the other woman there says, yeah, and she kind of pulls out this box. Is this what you're looking for? And she's pulling out this box and pulling out random stuff. I grab a few little random things out of this box. I got a copy of Mario 3, a Dreamcast VMU, which PS2 memory card, which works out because this PS2 did not have a memory card, so I can link those up. And Pokemon on Game Boy Video. I paid $2 for all this, so 50 cents each, not too bad. But while this woman's going through the box, I find a couple of Game Boy cases for the original Game Boy and all that. You know, those soft cases that everyone kept their games in. So I'm looking through those, really, really interested in them, of course. And there's the good Pokemons and stuff, some good games in there, some stuff I didn't have for my collection, which is starting to get to be a problem. I'm starting to have trouble finding stuff at the garage sales that I don't already have at my collection. So that would have been really cool. There's a couple Game Boy games I didn't have, some Pokemon, some stuff like that. And the systems are just beat to heck. There's a red Play It Loud original brick Game Boy, and that thing is like held together by duct tape. I'm not kidding. It actually was. So that, I mean, I kind of count that as a loss. That thing's shot. I just probably try to get rid of it for parts. There was also a Game Boy Advance, not the SP, the regular one, which was pretty beat up as well and no battery cover. And a Game Boy Color that was really, really beat up and no battery cover. So I kind of counted all as loss. But the games were pretty solid, so I would have given decent money for it. And then she finds a little camera case and opens that up, and I see just a ton of Game Boy Advance games come out. And then she kind of pulls those up. There's the NES Game Boy Advance SP, that special edition one. So I'm like, that's pretty nice. And I take that, and I look at it, and I open up the one thing to see if there's any more games. There's a Game Boy Micro in there as well, which I don't have. I would have really liked to have that. As well as, all the Pokemons on Game Boy Advance and all that. And I asked her what she'd want for this, willing to pay, whatever I had in my wallet, because this is a pretty good lot. And there was a lot of stuff I didn't have. Unfortunately, this is where I lose it. She's, let me call my son real quick, because I don't know if this stuff was supposed to be in my garage sale box. because she was just selling stuff at the other woman's sale. And I'm like, no, we've lost it. And she's like listing off what's in there and all that. And he's like, oh, I don't want to sell it. So I lost out on that one. That one really sucked. I gave him my contact information if he did want to go through it and sell it. I said like, hey, I'd be willing. I had about $60 something. I'd be willing to give everything in my wallet right now to just buy this stuff. Because it was a pretty good lot, especially with the NES, Game Boy, and the Micro and everything. But didn't want to sell it, I guess. I was interested. Maybe he'll contact me. I doubt it. I was interested, though. I mean, why would he have a Dreamcast VMU? Maybe he has some Dreamcast stuff he wants to sell. But, yeah, she said he has a lot of stuff. She said he has almost every game ever created, which something about that tells me that that's not true. Especially if the guy treats his games like he did, where the systems are just absolutely shot. But yeah, I missed out on that one. That was a bummer. Barely a silver lining. The one woman who's having the sale and it's her house, all of a sudden says, "Hey, wait a minute, I might have some stuff my boys had." So I was like, "Oh, here's the redemption. This is the epic redemption story." And she brings out a bunch of crappy DS stuff. She said there was 2 DS Lite systems and a bunch of really junky games. She said her son wanted $60 for everything. And I just picked this game out here, New Super Mario Brothers. It was complete and in good shape. I just picked this one out and said I'd pay $3, and she took it. So maybe I'll get a call back on that stuff. I highly, highly doubt it. I think this guy probably knows what his stuff is worth. I was really hoping that I could get that stuff, though, because that would have been a nice little find. But you don't always get everything. But I think I did pretty all right overall. For a May sale, people don't start up till June. So for a Thursday in May, I hit about 30 sales, which is pretty good for a Thursday, and got some stuff at least. Unfortunately, it's mostly stuff that I don't need. So, but always can keep funding the collection that way. All right, moving on then into my next segment for Friday. Here are my Friday finds. Not a great day, but a pretty all right day. Some interesting stuff. There's some stuff from the collection at least, which is pretty cool. Something I complained about yesterday is I'm getting all this stuff, but I want some stuff to add to the collection. So my wish was answered, I guess. Went to about 60 sales. There was 3 neighborhood sales I went to, and yeah, I went to about 60 sales between those, and then some other ones I just hit. I also sent my dad out. He is kind of into the garage sailing, so I sent him out to a different area, and he hit a couple neighborhood sales. He didn't find anything, unfortunately. It wasn't a really great area, but I like to want to thank him for going out there anyway, because I know he watches these. So I'll jump into my finds here. I did all right. I went to the one neighborhood sale that was going to start at 8:30. I was there about a half hour early because that's what you pretty much have to do these days. And sorry, you got to be a little early, or else you're going to get everyone stealing everything out from under you. And this guy, I spotted some Wii stuff on the ground. He wanted $20 for the whole bundle, and what it really was, there was no Wii system. There was just like a balance board and a bunch of really crappy game, a couple really crappy games, like a Wii Fit and then like a Wipeout or something. And then I'm trying to think, just a bunch of steering wheels. So I just bought these for $3 each. I know I passed up on a bunch of junk for $8, but I don't really care. But I spent $12 and got a couple Wii games here. Another Mario Kart. Mario Galaxy 2. These were all complete, I believe. I know the Mario Kart was. Yeah, this one's complete. Wii Sports Resort, which, once again, complete. I think these were in pretty good shape. A couple minor scratches, but nothing too bad. And then I just grabbed this one. Not exactly a game, but I have this. This disc is like perfect. But I have this, but I think this one might be nicer than mine. The Mario History disc here, with the soundtrack disc that came with that Mario Anniversary Pack. I don't have that Anniversary Pack still, but I now have 2 of those. So that was kind of just something I grabbed for $3. each. Not bad. I asked the guy if he had more games, and he pointed out a little box to me that I had completely missed on his table, where he had this Game Gear here. I don't know if this works yet. I've not tested it. He said that he was messing around with it, but he couldn't see the screen because it was dim. I don't really know. There is a dimmer on the right, so he probably just didn't turn the dimmer up. But it sounds like it works. I don't know if there's no volume or whatever. But it came with a couple games here. In the back of the thing was Outrun, so that's pretty cool. These are all 3 games that I didn't have. I don't think I had. This is the only one I might have had for Game Gear. Pac-Man. I don't think I had that one though. And Riddick Bowie Boxing. So that was only $5. That's all he wanted for the Game Gear bundle there. So $17 total, not too bad for all that. And that was first sale of the day, so I thought I was doing pretty well. Unfortunately, I'm driving around this allotment, kind of noticing, wait a second, this is supposed to start at 8:30. Right now, it's probably about 8:15. No one's setting up and no one's out. Because I'll go to allotments, like the allotment sale I went to yesterday. I was there about half hour early and pretty much everyone was set up. So I was like, this is kind of suspect. And I kept going, and I'm like 8:28, and there's no one set up. And I'm like, what's happening here? So I decided to cut my losses and just get out of there and go to this other allotment sale that started at 9 o'clock. So I was there a little bit early, but there was pretty much everyone was already set up. So I just started hitting all those. And I hit all those. The unfortunate and the fortunate and unfortunate thing is that I was out there and I had no competition whatsoever. No one had asked before me. No one was out there asking. None of the usual suspects that I know are also looking for games were out there. So I had pretty much these whole day under lock, all these allotment sales I was going to. Because the one allotment sale I went to was actually 2 different allotments that were like across the street from each other doing a sale. So I hit a ton of sales in there, asked every single one, did the whole spiel. Everyone knows it well. And no one has anything, but also I have no competition. So it's like, I have this whole place under lock, but there's just nothing here. I got a few little things, but overall there was nothing out there. That was, I'm trying to, what did I even get out there? I bought a few SpongeBob Lego sets because they were in the box. They were like at $3 for 2 sets. So I'm just going to sell those to fund more games, but I didn't figure I didn't have to purchase those. I left my contact info with some people, but other than that, I didn't actually buy anything in that allotment sale. Now I look at it. No, I didn't. Wow. I got close. 40 sales in that allotment I probably went to, and if not more, and I did not buy anything. I just realized. I asked everyone. One woman had her daughter brought out bring some Wii U and DS, or Wii and DS stuff out. And it was all just junk. The only stuff that was there was like Mario, a couple Marios for DS and the Wii, like Mario Party 8. But the mom the daughter's like, I don't really care about this stuff. Get rid of it. I don't want it. And the mom's like, I don't know if she wants to get rid of this, and like is trying to ask like a ton of money. I was like there for like 15 minutes. It was a huge waste of time. The mom was like, yeah, I want $5 each on these DS games, and they were all loose. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like without the cases, most of these games are junk because there was like New Super Mario Brothers, and there was Mario Party DS were the only ones I was interested in. But I was not gonna pay $5 just for the cart. And the rest of it was like, Hannah Montana, High School Musical, crap like that. And I was like, most of these games aren't worth anything anyway. And the cases, without the cases, they're worth even less. Because, collectors, you want it complete and everything. And then, the Wii stuff, she wanted like $7 each for them. And then the daughter talked her down to $5, and I was going to pick up Mario Party DS. Or no, Mario Party 8, sorry, for the Wii. They're not going to make Mario Party DS for the Wii. I was going to pick up Mario Party Wii and Mario Party 8. I mean, I'm losing it. Mario Party 8 is what I was going to pick up. And I opened it up and there's no disc. So I was like, okay. And I just kind of was like done with them. It was really annoying. She even said at one point, like, I don't want to let these go for so loose. These are $50. And I'm like, all the Wii games were like Just Dance, the High School Musical singing game, stuff like that. It was all junk. And I'm like, this stuff's not close to $50. It's probably more about 50 cents now. I kind of tried telling her, like, yeah, they don't sell Wii games anymore, really. They haven't really in almost 10 years now. But it wasn't really getting through to her. Oh well. So on with that allotment sale. I went back to the one that started at 8:30, and then there was actually people set up. This was about 9:45-ish is when I got there. And do my whole thing, keep asking. Nothing really out there. I did pick up this little Miss Pac-Man plug and play for $1. I figured, why not? Why not? Has Galaga and Pole Position and Xevious and Mappyland on it as well. So I figured, why not? It was in good shape, so usually those things are pretty beat up. At another sale, I got a pretty nice little find here. I got Rory McIlroy PGA Tour for the PS4, and I'm kind of looking out for sports games, the more valuable sports games, the ones that resell for a decent bit. I kind of have an idea of one in mind, and I saw that one, and I'm like thinking to myself, I know that they're not making any, EA Sports is not making any golf games currently. I wonder if that's anything. And yeah, this is over like a $30 game, so I picked that up for $3. Not too bad. I went to a sale then, and in that allotment, and there was a woman there. I see some Wii junk laying around. I ask about games, and she pulls out this bin that she had in the back of the garage. And I'm digging through the stuff. I pick out the stuff I want. And of course, no discs, no cartridges. There's some Wii and DS stuff. A couple GameCube games. And of course, no discs, no cartridges. So that was a shame. I left my contact info with her if she ever finds that stuff, but it doesn't seem likely. But I did ask her how much she wanted for this stuff, and she was just trying to get rid of it. So I got little bit of the Wii junk that might be useful. Back for a Wii remote. Those are always come in handy. Because some people just lose the back, or they have the cheap backs for like a rechargeable battery. A Guitar Hero, or Rock Band, dongle. Last time I checked, these things sold for maybe about $12, $13 on eBay. This is starting to turn into a selling channel. It's just kind of the sad reality. I'm kind of finding too much stuff that I don't want. But of course, you guys all know. Some people have tried to confront me on it. I don't care. I sell on eBay. I sell games that I don't already have that I don't want on eBay, and I kind of look out for things that I know I can sell on eBay, make a little money, because it all just goes back into games. All my eBay money goes into the garage sale and game buying pile. So I know some people don't like that. I don't know. I don't really care. But moving on then, that was all from that allotment. I did get one last little find, kind of saved the day. It's not a really great find by any means, but it's an interesting find at the very least. I walk up to this sale. I kind of go in the back. This was just a standalone sale that I remembered that was going on. I saw online somewhere. And I found this, which is pretty cool. You can't really see it. A Sega Pico. I got myself a Sega Pico here, which is Sega's... it's basically a Genesis. I think it just has like Genesis guts in it. But it's basically... Sega made they made a educational console. You hook up to the TV. It's kind of neat, actually. I mean, obviously, it's a fun novelty. As someone who's a big fan of Sega and a big Sega collector, it's really fun to have. And it came with 5 games as well. The games are kind of cool. One of the games... I mean, the games themselves, not very cool, but the way that they're kind of implemented is kind of a neat idea. Here's one of the games here, Sesame Street, Alphabet Avenue. But the way the games are is that they're on these cartridges, and then there are little books you flip through, and then you touch stuff, and then it shows up. You can do different stuff with it on the TV. I mean, it's by no means very fascinating for game collectors. But as you can see, on the Pico, I only paid $5 for all of this. And it's something neat for me. It's something fun for me. since I'm such a big Sega collector and Sega fan. So I thought for $5 it's a no-brainer. We got also here Pico Lion King. Pico Storyware Magic Crayons. Boxes are a little rough, but not too bad. Pico Math Antics with 101 Dalmatians. And it had the cables with it, too, that you need. So that's also nice. This one's probably the worst condition. And this is Pico Richard Scarry's Huckle and Lowly's Busiest Day Ever. And honestly, I just read Richard Scarry. I have not thought of the name Richard Scarry in God knows how long. Well, way too long. It's been a while. I have not thought of Richard. I completely forgot about that. But kind of a neat little find, I guess. Might not interest a lot of collectors or a lot of game hunters, but it's something that I like at least, so that's all that matters. All right, I'm here with my Saturday sales. It didn't do very well on Saturday, but I picked up just a few little things here. I went about 40-ish minutes away to a town who was having a town-wide sale. The town-wide sale started at 9 o'clock, and the whole morning it rained up until it pretty much cleared up around 9 o'clock. But unfortunately, a lot of people decided not to have their sale because of the rain, so left the town-wide sale with a lot of sales that were scheduled to happen and written down that they were supposed to happen not happening. So that was unfortunate. I probably still hit about 60 to 70 sales, though. But it was just strikeout after strikeout. I asked at every single one. Of course, did the whole talk, listing off everything, and it was just one after another, just no, no, no. And once again, another drives me crazy. There's no competition out there, and still just couldn't find anything. Just people didn't have anything. So that's unfortunate. I picked up a few minor little things here for a quarter. I grabbed a little Pokemon Pokédex. This is the 2007 one. I just picked it up for a quarter. Why the heck not? And then at one house, I asked the guy. He had a lot of electronics stuff and stereo equipment stuff. I asked the guy if he had any game stuff, and he brought out some Wii stuff once again. And I got 2 games here. He wanted $2 a piece, so I got Wii Sports Resort and Mario Sports Mix. So that's all from that day. So that was just a really big, real big bummer there that I drove, quite a bit out to get there and spent the whole morning out there, and it just really did not pan out. But overall, the Thursday and Friday finds I'm happy with. Were pretty good, and they make up for them, so I'm pretty good with that. But that's the end of this pickup video here. I'd like to thank you for watching. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Objo Gaming if you've not yet. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out some of my other videos. And leave a comment with what you've picked up lately. If you've got anything good, how the garage sale season's been treating you so far. Because so far this year it has not been so great. Although it usually doesn't pick up until around this time. But so far it hasn't been great. I'm kind of concerned that because it's been a while since I've got a good retro lot. I haven't got a single good retro cartridge bundle lot. NES, SNES, N64. I haven't got a good retro lot at all this year. So I'm kind of concerned that won't happen again, but hopefully it will. Who knows? But thank you, and I'll see you next time.